Good day, everyone. I am here to share my understanding about gas law and the second law of thermodynamics. But first, let us tackle about what is a gas law. So, gas law describes the relationship between pressure, volume, temperature, and the number of moles of a gas. And they are based on kinetic molecular theory, which model gases as tiny particles in constant and random motion. So let us first tackle about Boyle's law. So Boyle's law states that at a constant pressure, the volume of a gas is inversely proportional to its pressure, meaning if you increase the pressure of a gas, its volume will decrease, and vice versa. So the equation of this, or the formula of this, is P1 multiplied by V1 is equals to P2 multiplied by V2, where the P1 and V1 are the initial pressure and the initial volume, whereas the P2 and V2 are the final pressure and volume. Secondly, Charles law. It states that Charles law and the constant pressure, the volume of the gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature, which is calculated into Kelvin. So this means that if you increase temperature of the gas, the volume will increase and vice versa. So the formula of the in Charles law is V1 is divided by T1 is equals to V2 divided by T2, where T1 and T2 are the initial and final temperature that is being calculated in Kelvin. Third is the Gay-Lussac's law. It states that at a constant volume, the pressure of the gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature, which is calculated also in Kelvin. This means if you increase the temperature of the gas in a fixed container, the pressure will increase and vice versa. And the formula of this is P1 P1 is divided by T1 is equals to P2 divided in T2. And fourth one is the Avogadro's law. It states that the constant temperature and pressure and the volume of a gas is directly proportional to the number of moles of gas. This means that if you double the number of moles of gas, you'll double its volume, so it is directly proportional. And the formula of this one is V1 is divided by N1, or the number of moles is equals to V2 divided by N2. And the next one is the ideal gas law. This is the combination of all of laws in a single equation, which is derived as formula of PV is equals to in RT, where R is the ideal gas constant, or it is the value depends on the units used for PV, N, and T. And this law is a good approximation of many gases under normal conditions, but it doesn't perfectly describe real gases at high pressure or low temperature. So the units always consistent units of working in gas law and equations. Common units include atmospheres or ATM, and for pressure ATM for pressure, liters for volume, and Kelvin for temperature, and moles for the amount of substances or gas. And temperature in gas law is so and temperature in gas law equation must be Kelvin. So to convert the Celsius from Celsius to Kelvin, so we have to add 273.15, which is the value of Kelvin in Celsius. So the ideal gas law is simplification. So the real gas deviate in ideal behavior and the high temperature of or low temperature due to intermolecular forces and the infinite volume of molecules. And now, let's tackle about the second law of thermodynamics. So, thermodynamics states that any spontaneously occurring process will always lead to an escalation in the entropy, or, states that the unit of S of the universe. And it is in simple words, the law explains that an isolated system entropy will never decrease over time. So in some cases, where the system in thermodynamic equilibrium are going through a reversible process, the total entropy of a system and its surroundings remains constant. And the second law is also known as the law of increased entropy. So the second law of thermodynamics equation mathematically is represented as the change in S, which is the entropy of the universe, is greater than zero, where change in universe is a change in entropy of the universe. So entropy is a measure of the randomness of the system, or it is the measure of the energy or chaos within the isolated system, and it can be considered as the quantitative index that describes the quality of energy. Meanwhile, there are few factors that can cause an increase in the entropy of the closed system. Firstly, in a closed system, while the mass remains constant, there is no exchange of heat and with the surroundings. This change in heat content creates the disturbance in the system and thereby increasing the entropy of the system. Secondly, internal changes may occur in the movements of molecules of the system, which is represented as the gas. This leads to the disturbance with the further cause of irreversibility inside the system, resulting in the insertment of its entropy. And the second law of thermodynamics dictates that the direction of a spontaneous process in the universe always favoring the increase of overall disorder or randomness. This fundamental principle governs the flow of energy and the limitations on the efficiency of energy conversion process. That's